Gotta loosen up a bit, you know. I think the bedroom is a great place for mirrors. You should have one the side, the bed, maybe up atop. Depends if you're willing to risk it. If you're trying to do both things, it's all gonna get fucked up and it's too stupid. Sure, if you're just fucking lazy and you don't wanna train in the pandemic because you're like, oh, I don't have a gym right now. Fuck reps. Reps are out the window. What's your favorite position? If you're trying to get fucking huge, get in shape. Get in shape. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Quarantine and anal. Yes, please. He's a friend. Relax. It's a joke. Fuck. Don't sell your used underwear unless you're really, really desperate because you can never come back from that. All right. What's going on? Friday night. We're gonna do a Q&A here. I made a post on Instagram asking for questions and I put it in my story too. So I have questions from both of those and I'm just gonna pull from them. And if you guys like this, if it gets a good response, I'll do more of these. It's just off the cuff. I haven't looked at really any of these questions. We're just gonna get into it and I'm just gonna free for all here, you know? Okay, first, gotta loosen up a bit, you know? Okay, anyways, let's get into the Q&A here. We're gonna go to the Instagram page first from the post I made. So, from Denise. Oh yeah, looking for new training shoes, suggestions welcome. Well, definitely don't be training, as far as weight training, resistance training, in those crazy Nikes with the huge bubble on the heel, because those shoes are very unstable. I really hate when people come to train legs and they have those stupid shoes on, because anytime you put on any kind of weight on a leg press or a squat, your heels are just rolling all over the place. It's really horrible for creating torque and training your legs good. I'm a fan of Converse. Obviously, I've had like a pair of Converse for like, I don't even know, maybe like 6 or 8 years, the same one. They're probably disgusting. And Nike Metcons are also really good. Oh, what is this thing doing? Okay, there we go. Sorry, 20% battery. I think we're gonna make it though. Yeah, Nike Metcons are also a very good shoe, a very stable shoe, a very flat base to them, a wider base also, and they have a little bit of heel and also arch support in there. So Nike Metcons, Converse, barefoot shoes are great. Vivo barefoot shoes, I really like those shoes. They're really expensive. They come from like Sweden or something, but they're honestly worth the money because you can wear them forever. They last a long time and they're great shoes. Okay, so we're gonna go to T Frosty. Where are the best places to place mirrors across your household? Do specific types of mirrors create better angles and or reduce danger? So I think the bedroom is a great place for mirrors. You should have one the side, the bed, maybe up atop. Depends if you're willing to risk it. And specific types of mirrors. Well, you have the Good Life mirrors, which are either converse or convex. So they either make you look massive and huge, like the Oxygen Gym Magic mirrors, or they make you look skinny and weak. So you have to know where to stand in the gym, or else you're gonna be like, fuck, I look skinny today, and then you're gonna have a shit workout. Okay, Mark Mancuso, shout out to Mark, one of my clients. Training changes you have made over the past 12 to 24 months. So for the last couple of years, I've been training more of a push-pull legs style with an arm day, and different variations of that. Maybe like 2 months ago, I decided to go back to a bro split. So training 5 days a week. My split is actually, I do arms Monday because arms is a big focus for me. I want my arms to grow, so I train them Monday, fresh to start the week. Legs is Tuesday, and I do quads and hams, glutes, everything on leg day. I don't do like a separate quad and ham day, even though I think that's good, but I'm good with the one leg day right now. And then Wednesday is chest, and then I do a rest day Thursday. Friday is back, and then Saturday is shoulders, and then rest Sunday. So it's like a bro split, a body part split. That's the biggest change I've made in the last year to 2 years, going back to that. And I feel like it's just like a really great spot for me to be in. I actually, when I first started training and coming up and putting on a lot of muscle, I did a bro split for like most of my training career. Actually, it was just like recently in the last couple of years that I went to like a push-pull legs when I started to learn more about training and higher frequency training. The bro split maybe gets like a bad rep sometimes, just because people are like, oh, it's bro science, and everybody reads studies and they're like, oh, you got to train more frequency, more this, more that. There's lots of people that got huge on bro splits, like a lot of pro bodybuilders, even though they have great genetics, whatever. There's nothing wrong with a bro split. I think for me, that's like 2 rest days a week, train 5 days, everything once a week, just like get in there and smash it is really good for me. I can recover. By the time I come around next week with the rest days, I feel strong and I feel like I'm progressing workout to workout. Sometimes I notice doing the push-pull legs, those workouts are just like really, really, really taxing because you're trying to get so much done in one session. And even though you should be smart about it, and if you're gonna do higher frequency, you're gonna lower the volume per workout, it's hard to do that. Like sometimes you just like to get in there and smash it. Like when I train, I like to just completely gas myself and train as hard as I can. So it's kind of hard for me to be smart about it like that. And I just found my body was really getting beat up doing the push-pull legs. So I went back to the bro split for the last 2 months maybe, and it's been amazing. I'm loving the progress. I'm loving the way my body feels. I feel stronger every time I go in the gym and I'm recovering. So that is the biggest changes that I've made over the last year to 2. Let's go to Denise again. Building while also trying to get lean for the summer. Is it possible by being in a strict caloric surplus or maintenance or even a slight deficit, or just not really feasible? If you want to lean out, are you just maintaining whatever muscle you have? And that's the most you can hope for, thanks. So she's talking about getting leaner and building muscle at the same time. So like recomping your body. Most of the time, that is only, like you can do that. That happens like kind of frequently, but that's gonna happen more so in somebody who's like really overweight. So somebody who has a lot of body fat, maybe wasn't training previous to coming to work with me and coaching. You can really like recomp that person. So they're gonna lose a lot of body fat, but they're also gonna put on a lot of muscle. And sometimes like their weight won't even change because they're putting on so much muscle and losing an equivalent amount of body fat. Their weight doesn't really change, but the way their body looks changes big time. And I also noticed that happens for me too, going into a contest prep, because most of the time I use more supplements when I'm going into a contest prep rather than in the off season. I don't use a ton of stuff in the off season. So that actually happens to me. I actually get leaner and build muscle at the same time, but that's also in an enhanced setting, right? I think that you should either focus on building muscle or focus on losing body fat. You can achieve both, and you should be trying to achieve both. When you train in weight training, resistance training, you should always be focused on building muscle. Like when you're in the gym, training, resistance training, that's not burning calories. Don't think about that as burning calories. Think about resistance training as building muscle and retaining muscle. So you can do that and you should be trying to do that, but you should be focusing on fat loss. You're in a contest prep, you need to get lean, you need to get shredded, you're not trying to get huge, or it's an off-season setting and you're trying to add muscle. You should have a direct focus, because you're trying to do both things, it's all gonna get fucked up and it's too stupid. So focus on one or the other, okay? Gym Mama, that's Rachel, another one of my clients. Shout out to Rachel. So, can you talk about nutrition? Some people can't work out due to restrictions. How should they adjust their food intake? So I guess this is kind of relating to what's going on right now, the coronavirus pandemic, all that. Listen, everybody is in the same situation. We're all training at home. Nobody is in the gyms right now. The gyms are all shut down. So she's basically asking about nutrition due to training restrictions, not working out. How should we adjust your food intake? So realistically, if we're gonna be training at home, if you guys are gonna train at home, I'm not gonna like go crazy and change your food a ton right off the bat. Let's see after a week of this training at home, how much your energy expenditure goes up or down, and if we're still progressing or if we're not progressing. Like, why would I just make a decision right now to cut a bunch of food if, say, a week goes by and you're still making progress? Like, let's keep food as high as we can, right? But so say for somebody that's not really tracking as diligently or like not working with a coach, I think if your workouts aren't going to be as intense, you can probably get away with restricting your carbohydrate a little bit. So like pull your carbs down a bit, maybe put your proteins up, put your fats up a little bit, because you know, you're not going to be needing all these carbs for, like, you know, if you're not squatting a couple 100 pounds or if you're not doing crazy workouts, you could probably pull the carbs down a little bit, right? Proteins, you never really change proteins, guys. Off season, contest prep, protein pretty much remains the same. And fats is another thing that should kind of like remain close to the same. Like that's also an energy source, but it's also like essential. It's like an essential nutrient. Like you need it to be healthy and create hormones and for building muscle and all these things. So proteins and fats, you shouldn't change so much. Carbohydrates is your energy source. So you're going to pull that up and down. So if you can't train as much, or if you're just fucking lazy and you don't want to train in the pandemic because you're like, oh, I don't have a gym, and pull the carbs down. You're not going to get fat that way. It'll help a little bit. So that's what we're going to do there. K Schmall 62. Another shoe question. What type of shoes do you prefer? So when I train, most of the time I wear Converse. If it's going to be a leg day, I'm going to wear Vivo barefoot shoes or Converse or my Nike Metcons. If it's like an arm day, I'll wear Nikes that are like flashier, have the bubble under the heel, and because I'm not really using a ton of weight, I'm not really worried about stability too much, right? So leg day, Converse, barefoot shoes, sorry, I'm clearly brain dead, or Nike Metcons. And any other days, it doesn't matter, really. Like arm day, shoulder day, things like that. I'm not worried about stability on my feet too much. In your opinion, what's the most effective form of cardio? This is a very vague question. Effective in what way? So if we're going to talk about HIIT, high intensity cardio, that's kind of a lot closer to weight training and resistance training if you do it properly than it is actually steady state cardio. So from doing HIIT cardio, you're going to have a lot of things going on in your body, actually breaking down muscle tissue. You can actually build muscle from doing this. And the whole benefit of doing that is the EPOC effect, which is you basically create an oxygen debt when you're doing this training. So the hours after the workout and maybe like a day later, you're actually going to be burning more calories to get back to that baseline of like oxygen consumption compared to steady state cardio, which is basically steady state cardio is like you're burning the calories while you do the cardio. As soon as you get off the cardio, you stop burning all the calories, right? So I think a good mix of the two is most effective. When people are just starting a diet, maybe have more body fat at the start of a contest prep, when they have more calories and they can recover better, I'm going to do HIIT, and then I'm going to go do low intensity steady state cardio when people are getting leaner and they can't really recover as much, because the HIIT is very intense and it requires a lot of like recovery ability, right? So I'm going to give the cardio to people when they're leaner, when they're not recovering as much, because it's like less of a daunting thing to do, and it's not as hard on their body. It's less stressful. Okay. Need AW Vantage. Need a better understanding of rep range to failure for growth. Should you be dialing at 8 to 10 to 12, etc. reps? I struggle with that especially. Okay, brother, we're gonna break it down for you right now. Fuck reps. Reps are out the window right now. Train to failure. 6 reps, sick. 10 reps, 20 reps, 25. Around there, we're starting to get a little crazy, because once you get up into like 30 reps, something like that, it's like, okay, like what's really failure at this point? Could I get another? Could I throw another one up? Whatever, right? So try and keep the reps between 6 reps and 20, 6 and 20. So you got a big window there, and just train to failure, brother. Think about the muscle. Stop thinking about exercises and going from A to B. Think about what the muscle is doing when the muscle contracts. Work the muscle to failure, and just don't count reps anymore, and just go until you can't go anymore, and then like build off that. Every workout you should be going in trying to like take it a little bit further, trying to like withstand a little bit more pain. Like when you first start training, failure is like really like 6 reps away from failure, say. So like when you first start training, your first year of training, if I told you to go to failure, you're probably gonna do and you say you do 10 reps and that's failure, you probably could have done 16, right? And then as you go on and as you get more advanced, like me now, when I hit failure, like it's pretty fucking close to like I'm not gonna get another rep. Like maybe I could, maybe I couldn't, because I've learned to take it that far and push it that far. So between 6 and 20 reps, train to failure, fatigue, where you can't get another rep. Get down into the hole in a squat, and if you're not terrified that you can't fucking stand up and you're gonna die with this weight on your back, you're not going close enough to failure, okay? So let's go to another one. If you could include information for older men, that would be awesome. 54-year-old body can't do what a 30-year-old body can, but I still stay in shape. Okay, brother, another one. I've had lots of clients, 50, 60, make crazy transformations. Look on my Instagram page, look under the highlights and in my client section. If you DM me, I can send you transformations from 40, 50, 60-year-old guys that got in fucking insane shape in 3 to 4 months apart and completely natural, right? So there's no excuses. Yeah, you might have aches and pains, you might have things like that, but you just got to, and maybe your body doesn't respond as well as it did in your 20s and 30s to diet and things like that. Maybe you have to diet a little bit harder. Maybe you have to restrict food more. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it, right? So there's no excuses. Okay. How long did it take you to get to the form that you wanted initially? So how long did it take me to get the body that I first wanted when I started training? Well, first of all, I want to be fucking Arnold or bigger, so I don't think I've reached that yet. I don't know. I still think I look like shit, but to be honest with you guys, if I could be like a fucking huge bodybuilder, like Jay Cutler, like just like freak, whatever, I would have been there already. I tried to do all the same shit. I'm sure that I did everything that these kind of guys did as far as supplements and training and nutrition and stuff like that. It just comes down to genetics, right? Like you're either going to be able to do that and you're going to know very quick, or you're not going to be able to do that, right? So how long did it take me to get the body that I always wanted? I probably still don't have it, but I am happy with what I have now as far as muscle mass and the way I can make myself look when I'm lean. Are you a vegan? Definitely not a vegan, bro. Chill. Are you single? No. Given heavier lift days not an option, what should I be adjusting diet? Treat this like a scheduled deload. So Adam White, given heavier lift days not an option, I guess talking about the coronavirus thing here, can't do heavy lift days, what should I be adjusting with the diet? Treat this like a scheduled deload. Yeah, for sure. I would treat this like a deload. Maybe take some extra days off and get your body really rested and like really ready to grow again. For nutrition, what should I be doing adjusting diet? Just like what I said in the other question there, pull the carbs down a little bit maybe if you're worried about not being able to train hard, and we'll go from there. So Super Dave, what's your take on fasted cardio versus non-fasted cardio? I hear so many different and conflicting opinions. Scientifically, like the studies that are out there, they say it makes no difference whether you do fasted cardio, whether you do it in the morning or at night, whatever. They say it makes no difference. You burn the calories, whatever. I like to do fasted cardio just because it's a personal preference. So I don't specifically make people do fasted cardio, but I say, you know what, if you want to do it, you can do it, because really at the end of the day, it's whatever works with your lifestyle and whatever you're going to be able to do consistently and enjoy. So that's my take on fasted cardio. No, that doesn't make sense. What's your favorite position? Are we talking sexual here, or probably sexual? Nah, just go 69. Yeah, whatever. Easy. Get out of the way. Okay. Let's go here. So we're going to go to some story questions here. So this is from J by W. Okay. How to get a wider chest. Greetings from Tunisia. Wow. All right then. How to get a wider chest. Okay, I don't think you can really focus on making your chest go this way more. You're kind of limited to what you have. Just focus on getting your chest bigger, brother. Just focus on general building muscle in your chest, and your chest is going to get wider, right? Genetically, however the muscles insert and things like that, that's going to really be the shape of your chest, but just get it bigger if you want to get it wider, right? From Trust's World, what do you think about incorporating intermittent fasting into a diet? Do you believe in intermittent fasting? If you're trying to get fucking huge, no, probably not. But if you're somebody who's like a men's physique guy or a smaller guy or just a normal person, I think intermittent fasting is great. It comes back to what I'm saying about like lifestyle guys, like what works best for your lifestyle. Is it easier for you to lose fat and maintain a caloric deficit if you don't eat for the first half of the day? If it is, and if you can actually do that and not go insane, then do it. I had lots of times where I was like at the end of a contest prep the last like 4 to 6 weeks, and my calories were really low, and I started to do intermittent fasting just because I didn't want to start eating and be hungry all day. And I would wake up and I would do my cardio and I would do some other shit, and then by the time I got to work, it was already like 8 hours on top of the 8 hours that I slept. So that's my intermittent fasting, right? And then I would just start eating at that point. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it if you're trying to get a lot of fat loss, but if you're trying to build a lot of muscle, I don't think it's the best thing, because you need to be like hammering food every 3 hours, right? So, this guy's very demanding. Tell me bigger thigh workout at home. Bigger thigh workout at home, same shit you do at the gym. Squats, you can do kneeling leg extensions. If you guys YouTube that, that's a great leg extension variation that you can do at home. I do like a lot of split squats things because you're not gonna have a lot of weight to use. So do things on one leg so it makes it harder. So the amount of weight that you have is more challenging on one leg than it would be on both legs. So do split squats, do walking lunges, step ups, things like that. Okay, let's go next. I wanted to work out with you. Are you a member at LA Fitness? No, I'm not. Do you have, so this is from Crystal M. Rhodes. Do you have good exercises to tone ladies' arms? No more flabby chicken wings. Whew, flabby chicken wings, all right. So this is, this is a good one. Tone. I'm gonna tone today. I'm not trying to get big. I'm gonna tone. What does tone mean? Like tone, you can't really tone. It's either you lose body fat or you gain muscle or you gain body fat. So you want to tone your arms, just lose body fat. Lose it everywhere. That's going to get rid of that jiggle underneath your arm. You have too much body fat. That's body fat. You can't tone fat. Muscle is what makes it look nice. So try and build some muscle. Try and lose some body fat. That's going to get rid of your flabby arms. And no, if you train your arms, they're not going to get huge. Ladies, please stop it with the, I don't want to lift heavy because I'm going to look like a man. Like, let's relax with that shit, okay? Steady state versus HIIT cardio for fat loss, which is better? We went over that in the other one. One isn't better than the other. They both have their own place, right? How to keep, so this is from Milan, my client. How to keep them gains safe from Corona? I don't know. Does coronavirus eat your gains? Probably, because it probably fucks you up and you're fucked up in bed for a while or in the hospital if you're not lucky. How to keep the gains safe from it? Stay the fuck inside and do at-home workouts and stay on your diet, man, because you fucking eat a shitload of food and you got to keep getting it in and keep ordering those cheat meals because I'm fucking watching you, man. This fucking guy. All right. This is from my buddy Andrew Rhodes. Why don't you post more Dragon Gem content? Support your local. Well, I don't live in Pickering anymore, so I can't really, I could support them, but that wouldn't be supporting your local. So backstory, Dragon Gem was this sick Chinese restaurant that was in a plaza that was close to like where all of us shitheads used to live when we were younger, and we would all congregate over there and do stupid shit and eat Chinese food and skateboard and things when I had long hair down to here. Okay, let's get into these other ones. Least favorite muscle group to train. I actually like training everything. Probably calves though. I honestly never train calves. Luckily, weird that I'm tall and I have like decent calves, but I have like pretty good calves and I train them maybe like once every 3 weeks. It's just boring. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. Calves. And abs. For some reason, I don't like training abs anymore. It's boring. For the first couple of years I trained, and when I first competed, bro, I did abs every morning for 12 weeks. I didn't miss one day. Like intense workouts too. Like 4, 5, 6 exercises, 4 sets of abs every morning. And now I can't fucking be bothered. I do them more when I get back in shape, like when I'm really lean, because then you can see them and it's like a fucking ego thing and whatever. But no, abs or calves probably. Carb loading. So this is from Sharp Fit. Sharp. He's a sharp guy. Anyway, carb loading. How to know when you're peaked versus spilled over. That's a very fine line. When you're peaked, spilled over. Well, when you're peaked, you look fucking sick. When you're spilled over, you look like a sweaty water buffalo, and you're probably gonna sweat a lot on stage. Honestly, guys, carb loading, I think people, unless you're a big fucking guy, like unless you're like over 220 and like a good amount of muscle, people go way too crazy on the carb loading. Like, I honestly think 95% of people that compete would look better if they just didn't carb load and they just went into the show on their normal diet, like that they have like a week out or 2 weeks out, because everybody's fucking it up with these carb loading. People are eating fucking chocolate bars and all this shit backstage. Trust me, I've done it. I've been there. If you're in crazy, crazy shape, it's kind of hard to fuck that up. But like, if you're in like good, decent shape and you try and do some stupid manipulation at the end, you can fuck it all up, right? So by trying to peak for a show, you're really like, either you're gonna look 10% better if you peak perfectly and you pull water and you do the fucking water pills and the diazide and all that shit. You're gonna look 10% better, or you're gonna look 40% worse, right? So I think carb loading, my opinion, play it safe. Get in shape first. Get in shape. Get in shape. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Get in shape. It's hard to fuck up when you're in shape. Get in shape and then eat moderately going into the show. Try and get to a position where you're really shredded and you can actually maybe like reverse diet actually into the show. Then you don't need to carb load, right? So like, stop doing all this crazy shit, trying to push it to like right when you're peaked versus spilled over. It's like, buddy, it's too late. You're fucking gone. You can never come back from that, no matter what. So, James Andrew, quarantine and anal. Yes, please. He's a buddy of my mind. Relax. He's a friend. Relax. It's a joke. Fuck. Okay. This is funny. OnlyFans. No. But honestly, I posted a thing with a poll, like joking. What do you guys want to see? Like Franco content, training, nutrition, OnlyFans. Guess which one had the most votes by like 100%. OnlyFans. So I'm missing out on a lot of money here, not being a hoe. Anyway, let's go to Kevin Regan. Kevin Regan from the TTR, where I used to work. Good guy, small biceps. Okay. How do you claim profits off of used underwear sales on your taxes? Well, listen, you got to go to Jerry down at the corner on Spadina. And no, I'm kidding. First of all, don't sell your used underwear. It's really weird, but I probably get like DMs from like dudes like asking me for used underwear and shit. Like over the years, man, probably like hundreds. I don't even know. It's pretty ridiculous, but don't sell your used underwear unless you're really, really desperate, because you can never come back from that. And definitely don't claim it on your taxes. Or maybe you should. Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Anyway, on that very weird note, we're going to end this one off. Yeah, if you guys like this, like, comment, share it with your friends. And I'll do another one because I thought it was pretty fun and probably said some stupid shit, but hopefully I didn't say anything too embarrassing. Anyway, we'll catch you guys next time.